Welcome students of class 12. We are discussing on the chapter that is D and F block elements. On the previous class, I have discussed on uh, the general introduction to the D and F block elements and some physical properties, that is enthalpy of atomization and their ionic radius, metallic character, and also the lattice energy or lattice structure according to their electronic configuration. We want to write down the electronic distribution of the transition element, that is from the period 4 to period 7. Now there are general electronic configurations also for the D block and also the F block elements. The D block elements is called transition element because there is the incompletely filled d orbital. We know that d orbital has the capacity of 10. Now later on we will discuss that the d orbital will split further in the energy level. So an F block is the inner transition element, that is there is the n minus 2f uh, orbital is filled up. Now today I will discuss on the reason behind the variable oxidation state of the transition element. So what is the reason behind this? That is, transition element are at the same time get involved the ns and n minus 1d orbitals. Carefully remind it that ns and n minus 1d orbital in its bond formation. Ns and n minus 1d orbital in its hybridization. So there are a large number of vacant orbital is there, and for this reason this the transition element shows the varieties of oxidation state. So it is the reason behind the varieties of oxidation state. The scandium is +3 oxidation state. It is a general oxidation state, that S2 and D1. Now +3, that means to attain the electronic configuration of argon, it releases 3 electrons from the outermost cell. Next one, titanium. Titanium shows varieties oxidation state, that is +2, +3 and +4. Now in +2 state, here it releases 2 electron, that is the last cell electron and the s electron, and in +3 state only one electron from the d orbital also releases, or there is also the covalency is arrived. Third one, that is in +4 state, it is that of the TiO2, such kind of compounds is formed. Now next one, vanadium. Vanadium shows varieties of oxidation state, that is +2, +3, +4, +5, etc. We know the vanadium, scandium, that is 21, 22, 23, vanadium 23, that is 4s2 3d 3. Now 4s2 3d3, 4s2 3d3. So the +2 oxidation state, that is it can form by sharing electrons, or +3 by also by the hybridization of electrons, and +4 state, that is also given by the covalency, and +5 state also. So this is the different kinds of oxidation state. Chromium, it is all from the first period of the transition element. Chromium also shows varieties of oxidation state, that is +2, +3, +4, 5, +6, etc. Manganese shows the maximum variation in oxidation state from +2 to +7, +2 to +7 oxidation state. It shows a maximum variation in oxidation state. Next one, that is regarding the property of magnetism. Now we know the electronic distribution of the electron of the elements. Now as there is the free electron or lone electron is there in the d orbit, then there is a formula, that is root over of n into n plus 2 bm, root over n into n plus 2 bm, where n is the number of lone electron. So it is the calculation of bond moment and it is the value of magnetic properties. Next one, that is formation of complex. Now the complex compound, as they are deficient to electrons, sometimes they form the coordinate covalent bond with a bond with a donor atom like the ammonia, or having the Lewis donor center. Then for ammonia, compounds like Cu, NH3 whole 4 2 plus. So the compound, that is Cu, NH3, 4 ammonia ligand makes bond with the copper. This is the structure of the compound. In the same manner, silver, NH3 whole twice. These are the iron ferrocyanide, FeCN whole 6 3 minus. These are the examples of complex cations or complex compounds. Next one, that is, so the formation of compounds, there is a huge probability of complex formation for the transition element. Next one, that is the formation of colored ion. Now the color chemistry comes from the electronic transition from the lower energy to higher energy and jump from the higher energy to lower energy. Now as an electron absorbs of higher energy, then it will emit that of lower energy, and when it will absorb that of lower energy, it will emit that of higher energy. Now as the energy for its upliftment is required, then as to the proportionality to this amount of energy, the complementary energy comes out in the visible region which we which we see as a form of color. So what is the reason behind color? That is the electronic upliftment and then the return back to its ground state, and as there is the difference in between the energy, then it will emit a wavelength of radiation which we see as a visible range. For example, 3D1 that is comes with purple color. So purple, we know that deep gear, this is of least energy, this is of higher energy. Now here purple, that is comes under the higher energy, so it will absorb that is of lower energy and then it will release that of higher energy. Now the special specification, that is the compounds with 3D0 or D0 and D10 configuration is colorless. Carefully reminded, that is the electronic configuration of a transition element having D0 or D10 configuration is colorless, because there no exchange of position in between the electrons is possible for in this type of compounds. What is this? D0 and D10 are colorless in nature. Next one, catalytic property. Transition element, as there are varieties of oxidation state is there, and the oxidizing and reducing property, depending on oxidizing and reducing property, it can be used as a catalytic process in the very industrial reaction, many industrial reaction. For example, B2O5, vanadium pentoxide is used in the preparation of sulfuric acid to convert SO2 to SO3. The reaction is SO2 plus V2O5 is equal to SO3 plus, then it will convert to V2O5 to V2O4 to V2O5. So this is the role of V2O5 conversion of, as it is the oxygen donor. Next one, it is the finely divided iron and molybdenum. Finely divided iron and molybdenum is used in the preparation of ammonia in Haber process. MnO2 is used as a catalyst for the preparation of oxygen, and also nickel is used in the hydrogenation to even in the organic reactions, and also the preparation of vegetable oil. Next one, that is formation of compounds. Formation of compounds, there is the probability of two types of compound. One is interstitial compound. What is interstitial compound? We have to take concept from the solid state, that is interstitial compounds, that is just remember the structure of the chlorophyll or the hemoglobin. So here there is a cavity is there in between the larger ligands. So within this cavity, the small atom or small ligands or small metal cation can be absorbed or adsorbed, or can be make a bond with the ligand. For this kind of compound, it is known as the interstitial compounds. For example, Mn4n compounds, Mn4n. So here N is trapped in between 4 Mn ligands. Fe3H, Fe3H. Here hydrogen is trapped, here nitrogen is trapped in between the iron atoms or manganese atom respectively. Now second one is the alloy formation. What is an alloy? Alloy is the homogeneous mixture of two metals in proportion, fixed proportion, and as the proportionality or percentage of proportionality of the elements changes, then we get different kinds of alloy. Now why there is the formation of alloy? Because as we can see the structure, that is the crystalloid structure or 3D structure, there is the definite crystal lattice, and there is a little bit difference in their crystal lattice, and maximum in the crystal lattice comes with the same symmetry, and when there is the symmetry match, then one metal crystal or one crystal can replace another one crystal and make the alloy. It may be tell as that due to the similar structure of crystal lattice, one metal crystal can replace another one, forming an alloy. So it is the replacement of one crystal by another one crystal. For example, bronze, that is copper and tin, brass, that is copper and zinc. This is the alloy formation. Next is the exceptional behavior of zinc. Now just follow the electronic distribution of zinc. It is comes with the D10 configuration. Zinc, cadmium, mercury, these three comes with D10 configuration. Now there is a conflict that as there are 10 electrons, they cannot take place in the D block, but with a view that as there are the last electrons goes with the d orbital, they are d block elements. Now there are some exceptional behavior that zinc always form colorless compound, that is white compounds. Another one, that is zinc having a very little tendency to form coordinate compounds, and the atomic radius and ionization potential are higher as compared to the rest of the members. So as there is a filled up electronic configuration, so it is a usual manner that its ionization potential will be higher, and zinc, as there is no electronic transition, its compound Just we have discussed that the electronic configuration with D0 and D10 are colorless. Here also the application of the same, that the zinc compounds are colorless, and zinc have a very little tendency to form coordination compounds, as it comes with the field of electronic shell. On the next day we will discuss on the general properties of or trends in the different group, that is group 3 to group 12. Thank you.